Hi everyone, welcome to the Sangfor webinar series, and my name is Hannah from the Sangfor Marketing Department. Today I will be your moderator for this webinar. So today we are presenting the topic Sangfor aDesk is a one-stop virtual desktop infrastructure solution. So in this section, we are going to explore Sangfor's VDI solution and estimate its significant benefits in enhancing security, optimizing efficiency, and streamlining IT management. So in today's webinar, it will also include an overview of the Sangfor VDI solutions, and an in-depth discussions of its value proposition supported by the real-world case studies and a live demonstration. So our speaker today is Bilal. So welcome. And then after this presentation, we will also have a Q&A section, and please send your questions in the Q&A module one by one later, and we will answer it like at the end of this webinar. So let's get started and welcome Bilal.
Hello, everyone, and good afternoon to all of you. And my name is Muhammad Bilal Iqbal, and I am pre-sales manager in for Oman region in Sangfor as well. So basically, our today's topic is aDesk, one-stop VDI solution. I believe you all guys aware of virtual desktop infrastructure. The terminology important that you have some knowledge so we can understand the technology what we are offering, what others are offering, and what technology we are replacing too. So let us start our presentation. So today's agenda is trend and challenges of traditional PC. In that, we will be discussing like what issues we are facing in traditional PC, what benefits we are getting, and while replacing traditional PC with our VDI solution, and why we need to go for VDI solution. Second, we will be discussing Sangfor VDI solution, like what VDI solution feature set we are offering in this. Sangfor VDI scenario and case study, we will be discussing some of the case study which we have deployed in our customer. We will be discussing these case study, how you can approach the customer, how you can identify the pain points of the customer and provide a full-fledged combine the security and virtual desktop solution. So then after that, we will be showcasing the VDI demo, how quickly, how robustly, and how performance efficient our VDI environment is through our demo as well. And the last but not the least, the FAQs, your questions, we will be trying to answer online or by through email as well. So let's start with the trend and challenges of the traditional PC. Let's suppose you are a customer, you are a partner. So when you are going to the customer as a partner, so you need to know, and a customer has some pain point. Okay, the current infrastructure or current network or current security pain points. So we need to address these pain point. So the biggest issue with our traditional PCs are the resources. When we are talking about a personal computer, PC, laptop, so we are giving a whole PC to a one user. Okay, having the resources like Core i7, 16 GB of RAM, storage. So we are limiting our resources to a specific person to utilize or not to utilize these resources. So let's suppose a PC having a resource and only 10% or 20% resource a person or a PC is utilizing. So this is a waste of resource. Inefficient maintenance, as you all knows that if you are giving a PC to a user, that you need to maintain it. You need to maintain the hardware, you need to maintain the software individually. Imagine that you have a very big setup, okay, like hundred and thousands of PC. You need to manage these PC one by one to facilitate your end user. The third part is security. The PC is not secure. How? You need to have a third party security tool, okay, to secure your PC. You need to integrate the DLP, okay, to limit the access, to analyze the access of your PC user. So PC is insecure. It is not easy for remote working. Let's suppose, as you aware of pandemic as well, so mostly companies are relying on one work from home. So it is not easy approach from the PC, traditional PC, to work at home. So we are providing uh, as a Sangfor VDI solution, we are covering all these pain point of the customer and to give the approach that he can use his VDI, his enterprise working wherever, whatever device he has. Let's suppose in a traditional PC, you need to work with your PC only. So there is no mobile device concept as well. So we are enabling you to have a mobile device approach. How we can say that PC is not secure? As you can see in a graph, the PC worldwide are infected by a malware in a total cost of 8 billion USD. So they compromise 8 billion USD for their security and confidential data leakage. This is the graph of industry wise, like manufacturer, they losses their confidential data 31.25%, and other industry as well. The global, if we are looking at the global average cost of the data breach is 4.35 million USD. And how this data being leaked, you can see in a graph, the bigger amount is from your internal staff, that you are not giving, like not restricting your internal staff to leak the data, okay, to take out the data. So basically these are the main security breach to your data, to your you can say, and it can be threat to external hackers, external viruses, external malware. So you need to prevent these things. How you can prevent these things, we will discuss in later on slides as well. So what are the advantages we are giving on a VDI compared with a PC? As you know that VDI is a virtual desktop interface, and we are giving a centralized approach to access your VDI from everywhere, from anywhere, or from every device. Okay, so we are giving you the elastic resource, like whatever you are using, whatever we have the bunch of resource, we are distributing, we are sharing these resource to multiple users. So we are not limitizing our resource, we are not fixing our resource. So we have a elastic resource solution while having a VDI. Data is stored on a backend server. So your data is protected in your data center, not in your PC, not in your end devices. So if there is power cutoff, is if there is a hardware failure, if there is any attack, like virus attack, ransomware attack, so your data is gone when the data is present in your laptop or PC or any other external device. So data is secure while you have a VDI centralized approach. Unified software management and improved IT efficiency. How we can improve the IT efficiency, how we can minimize the administration because of centralized approach. Okay, our user is facilitated by our administrator on time and robust management as well. Support remote user. The benefit we are giving as a VDI solution is you can work from home as well. You can work from anywhere as well if you have a VDI solution. So you are not restricting your employees, you are not restricting your end user to come to office and work there from there. So if any situation like natural disaster or any epidemic, so user can work from their home as well. It will be secure, it will be more robust, and you can not feel that it is we are working on a remote PC. So some of the comparison between VDI and traditional PC, like as I told you that in a security perspective, we have a data storage in a VDI, that all the data will be stored in the VDI servers. In a traditional PC, the local disk is your only data storage. You can say a point of one point of failure as well. So as we move towards the DLP, yes, in our VDI, we have watermark, anti-screen capturing, USB control, export file audit as well. Whether in a traditional PC, you need to integrate that with a third-party DLP solution, which will be costly and which will be increasing your cost yearly as a in yearly subscription. So how we are providing a network security, we have our own distributed firewall, which create a secure communication, unified configured by IT staff. But in a traditional PC, you are relying on a Windows firewall configured by a user itself or a third party, you can say domain policies and all this thing. So resilient work, resource sharing. Yes, in a resource sharing, it is fixed with a traditional PC. Now, in a VDI, it's elastic computing, deploy on demand. Whether you want a resource sharing or not, resource will be distributed to all other end user as well. Remote work, yes, we are giving you the remote work through the WAN. If a end user is outside with a LAN environment, yes, he can access through WAN. And you are having a traditional PC, so you are restricting yourself to have a remote desktop kind of solution, which is very, you can say, giving the opportunity to the ransomware attack. Okay, so when you are enabling the RDP solution, Teamweaver, as you know, that Teamweaver is already compromised as well. Other, remote desktops solution are already compromised by some malware or hackers. So it is not secure. So we are making it secure by VDI solution. Mobile work, as I told you, you have a mobile enablement working with your PC, with your Mac, with your Android, with your phones, with your Linux machine, but you are restricting your PC work with a limited, no mobile working device can be integrated with your traditional PC. Efficiently, yes, it is very efficient to deploy. But in a traditional PC, if you have hundred and thousand of PC, you need to prepare one by one. Whether it will be a ghost file, whether it will be a software installation, driver installation. So you need to prepare one by one a traditional PC. But in a VDI solution, it is a 1 minute job to create a VDI desktop for a user. Operation and maintenance, yes, we are providing you a unified management, centralized management platform where you can maintain a policy, where you can manage the application, where you can manage a user, uh, you can say remote operation, like a user having a VDI and he is sitting in home and he is facing some issue with your application or any other thing. So you can take a remote desktop without any third party subscription. So in a traditional PC, these kind of solution are not present, or you need to integrate with third party solution. Cost of deployment, yes. Here comes the main thing: server plus endpoint device. But in a PC, it's only a PC. So we are giving you more secure, more reliable approach, and more, you can say, effective solution while comparing to the PC. And one thing, when you are going for a VDI solution, don't compare PC cost with our VDI solution, with any VDI solution. Why? Because VDI solution is not just a desktop solution, not just a PC solution. It is giving you a, uh, security, DLP, and work from home solution in one package. So you cannot compare the PC cost with a VDI solution as well. So how it is easy to manage more user as compared to PC management and PC administration. Electricity consumption, you can see here, server electricity consumption is 500 to 600 watt. But when you are talking about a PC, one PC is consuming your 350 watt. Consider 100 user using a PC and 100 user using a only two servers for a VDI solution. So that make a huge difference. Hardware damage, yes, the server is always a long life, robust in, you can say, efficiency, robust in resource. So whenever your company is growing, you can add more servers and accommodate your new user as well. But in a PC environment, you are restricting yourself. Like if hardware is damaged, your whole data will be lost. Now coming towards our Sangfor VDI solution, what feature set and what based on what architecture we are providing you the VDI solution. So first we will be looking on a VDI architecture. I believe you already know our product family. Like we have our A Cloud, which is a hypervisor. It is called Sangfor HCI as well. So based on our hypervisor, we are providing a VDC solution, virtual desktop controller. Based on our hypervisor, we have our own hardware as well. So in our hardware, we have CPU, RAM, disk, and GPU functionality as well. So whether you are having a 2D user, whether you are having a 3D user, we can accommodate both functionalities. If a user is using 3D application or only a 2D application like office work, so we can accommodate by our hardware or any third party x86 architecture server. We can install our hypervisor. On base of our hypervisor, we can install our virtual desktop controller. See here, on a basis of a hardware, we have hypervisor layer. So in that hypervisor, we will be doing virtual desktop, application desktop, and a lot of other feature set as well. While managing your VDI environment, you have a management plan, okay, management panel. So in that management panel, you are managing users, their policies, your resource allocation, and your VM, how many VM you want to create. So we have one stop solution, one centralized approach to manage your VDI network. And you can integrate all your authentication server like AD, LDAP, Radius, 4A server. You can integrate with our management, which is VDC. So your AD user can log into your VDI VM as well. And coming towards the scenario where you can pitch, where you can have the VDI solution in a secure office solution. Like every organization need secure office. Okay, every organization want their data to be secure. Okay, remote work, R&D, call center, production line, 2D and 3D design requirement. So we can accommodate all these usage scenarios as well with our how you can manage all these things with our VDC virtual desktop controller, and we have our own thin client, or you can use your PC. You can reutilize your old PC or your mobile devices as well. So we are providing you one-stop solution and a simple architecture. But other as compared to other technologies like Citrix VDI solution, you need to manage 7 or plus component to have a VDI solution. Okay, so NetScaler, storefront, studio server, license server, direct monitor, SQL database server. You need to integrate with all these things with your Citrix DDC. So it is very difficult to administrate if I am talking about the administration level. And you can face some, the compatibility issue. The thin client is from other vendor, the server is from other vendor, the VDI solution is from other vendor. So there will be a big administration, big integration, and you need to have a compatibility as well. So what Sangfor is providing you, like Sangfor VDS and hyper converged infrastructure. Okay, the hardware level which will be hosting our hypervisor platform on any x86 hardware, or you can have our own servers, Sangfor A servers. Based on our hardware, we have only one component for VDI solution, which is called VDC, like virtual desktop controller. Virtual desktop controllers enable you to manage all other modules, like whether it is thin client, whether it is licensing, whether it is your access management, whether it is your resource allocation to your end user. So it will be only one management panel. So we have our own thin client. So we are not relying on any third party thin client. So making the compatibility, best compatibility with the hardware, with the software, we have complete one solution. Like if you are going for a Sangfor, complete Sangfor solution for a VDI, we are giving you the hardware, we are giving you the software, we are giving you the end user device as well, which is your thin client. So you are saving your money, you are saving your concern, you are more, means you are enabling yourself in more efficient technology, how you can eliminate your hard administration, your cost effectiveness, means you are enabling yourself to cover all aspect from your VDC, to manage, to secure, or to give access from anywhere with our VDI solution. As simple as you see. So how a end user can communicate and log into our virtual application and virtual scenario based on your devices. Let's suppose a user can log in with Sangfor thin client. User can log in with their laptop, with their PC, with their tabs, with their mobiles. and we have the functionality, we have the, you can say, the elasticity to manage some of the third party thin client as well. If you have a VDI solution, so we will be converting your thin client to our setup as well. But we recommend to have our own thin client, or reuse your old desktop or PC to save money. So here you can log in to your end device, to the VDS, and VDS assign you resource based on the administrator configuration. Excuse me. So administration can assign a resource to user, or a one user can have multiple resource as well, like file, like application, like whole desktop. So a user can have a multiple resources as well. And after establishing, after authentication, the efficient transmission with our own protocol SRAP delivers the high efficiency and robust view of our VDI solution. So how simple and valuable proposition our VDI giving you, the ultimate security, as I told you, and as you know, that Sangfor is a security and virtualization company. So they are providing you the security in virtualization environment as well. So how secure your VDI is, how simple and efficient the working is, and how compatibility belongs to your peripherals, your you can say your external devices, your communication, your addressing your need, like whether it is 2D or 3D. So we are ultimate smooth as well. So in a security, as a security organization, we are providing you the access security, network security, behavior security as well. Built, we have our own built-in security in our hypervisor. We will be discussing all these things in later slide as well. How simple and efficient, as I told you, that we have a unified management dashboard or plan, you can say, converge infrastructure based on our hypervisor, application management, you can manage different application, and software distribution as well, and user self services. So ultimate smooth, like we are providing zero bus peripherals mapping, like if you have like USB devices, like cameras, printers, scanners, so you can add or restrict user to use these peripheral device. HEDC protocol, we have our own protocol. We in that we have our 50 plus patent. We will be discussing this as well. HTML5 video redirection, SSD acceleration based on your storage. We will be providing you the read and write acceleration as well. And last but not the least, vGPU compatibility. Like we are enabling our user to use 2D and 3D environment as well. So how you propagate, how you eliminate the risk of traditional PC, like as all of you knows that PC is more vulnerable to internal and external threats. How external intrusion can be vulnerable for your PC. So external threat through your network, the ransomware can come, APT, Trojan, sniffer can affect your PC. Okay, the most vulnerable and the most reason why PC is infected is your internal staff. Okay, they are not educated with the cyber attack. They are, you know, they are not restricted by the administrator. Okay, so they are the um, reason for your data leakage. Okay, how they are leaking your data by USB, by exporting data, by taking a screenshot with their mobile. Okay. And by using the PC, they are sending your critical information to other, or they are taking the backup by themselves. So how you can restrict? And one more thing, you don't have any, you can say, measurement to protect your disk. So whenever you lost your disk, your all data will be lost, which is inside your personal computer. So how Sangfor provide you security and to end security design? Like we have a security from end user till virtualization, where your servers and where your VDI VM reside. Okay, so we have a security for user, we have security for client, we have security for our own platform as well. So our own platform is protected by our own WAF. So if a hacker or if a threat attacked our platform, so it is protected by a WAF. So how we can protect the end user to for from the security point of view or the data leak point of view? We have our own screen watermark, anti-screen capture, screen recording, anti-screen recording. We have export document audit. This is the feature which is more popular in nowadays. Like suppose you allow a user to export data, export a file from VDI to any other hard disk. So that data will be audited by the administrator. Okay, that data will be visible by the administrator, which end user transfer to other devices. Clipboard control, USB whitelist, you can blacklist and you can allow or disallow the USB. You can restrict all the USB, but you can allow only the USB that you give to your end user. You can do so as well. Application whitelisting and the access security. Let's suppose a customer, a user using his laptop connect to your VDC, but it has viruses, it is not up to date, it has Windows old version. So you can have the environment check. Okay, endpoint device environment check. You have We have multi-factor authentication for login. I will show you in the demo as well. Anti brute force attack and single sign on. So you can integrate with your what you can say the LDAP or any authentication server. So network security, we are the transmission between the user and the VDC is based on HTTPS. Anti-mal in the middle uh, attack we are giving you in our VDC. Anti-suite 32 birthday attack and distributed file firewall inbuilt our VDC. So built-in security for our platform, for our hypervisor. Yes, we have multi backup copies, multiple backup copies like two copies and three copies. We are providing you built-in WAF, as I told you, this signature, BIOS protection, and we are offering our VDI client Sangfor Endpoint Secure as well to protect your end nodes. I believe you all guys are understanding this technology and what offering we are giving you in Sangfor VDI solution. So if you have any question, you can email me or you can write on in a chat as well. So audit export document, as we discussed in the security user behavior, yes, we can prohibit a user to exporting the document from your VDI VM. Only allow exporting document using a specific tool. Okay, we are limiting the user to use that particular tool so we can audit what file he is transferring. So at the same time, we can limit the user to not exceed the limit and the size of the um, file he is transferring, the document he is transferring. Copying of the exported document are saved in the data center system. Yes, I already explained you that the when you are enabling that feature, audit feature, so whenever a user is copying file to his USB or external storage, it will be copied and it will be logged that this user transferred that particular document to his external drive. Warning policy can be set by user basis. So this is full screen watermark and anti-screenshot, which I will be demonstrating in a demo as well. So you can enable, you can say watermarking in your VDI VM as well. So to protect anyone can leak your organization valuable data with capturing from outside or capturing the sniffing tool or some other capturing tool. There is a question. Do we have any office relationship between the Sangfor and yes, we have. We do have. We will be providing you this as well. And if you are a partner or a customer, you can find these documentation in our community as well. So you can browse community.sangfor.com, register yourself, and you have all the documentation like comparison, like user manuals, all other document you can find in our community portal as well. Coming back to our slide, seamless compatibility with existing resource. Yes. So while going to your solution, Sangfor provide you like to reutilize your old PC, reutilize your laptop. The Sangfor enables your old PC alive. Okay, you don't need to spend on your current PC or laptop. You can just enable your old PC, just install our client on your desktop, and you can have a VDI virtual desktop interface in your old PC or laptop. Unified management for 3D workspace. Yes, we can offer you a unified management for 3D experience as well. So efficient management, we have five element of efficient management. Reduce the VM quality of the resource occupation, like consuming the resource. If you are going for the PC, you are fixing a user with a limited resource. When you are going for a VDI solution, you have plenty of resource. You can minimize the resource, you can increase the resource of your end user. Zero endpoint device maintenance. As I told you, the maintenance will be from your administration side, like from your central management platform. So rapid recovery of your endpoint. If there is an error, if there is any issue with your VM, you can address all the issue remotely. Set different policy for the different VM. Yes, when you are proposing solution, when you are having a VDI solution, you have multiple department, and these multiple department has different policies. Like some of them need high resource, some of them only they are using Word, Excel files. So you can, based on this resource policy, based on restriction policy, you can manage the policies, like who can use USB, who can use scanner, who can use printer. So you can allow and disallow based on the policy of different VM and different users. Simple unified management, as I told you, that central management of the desktop updates, reduce the administration manageability. Rapid desktop setup. Yes, we are giving you, like as I discussed in my previous slide, like you need to manage in a PC one by one. So in a rapid desktop setup, 100 desktop you can create in just 5 minutes and give it to your end user. So application management and software distribution, as you guys already aware that there will be a master template, and that master template distribute to VDI VMs. So we have another software distribution which can manage your application, which can manage your software distribution to your different VMs. So you don't need to update the template, so you don't need to update the VMs as well. So from the software distribution, you can download and install and update the required software as well. So zero USB driver mapping, I will not deep dive in it. Basically, we will be focusing more on the case studies and demo. As you can see, yes, we are enabling you end nodes to enable or to attach or integrate your peripheral device, whether it is camera, scanner, your writing pad, your printer. Yes, we support this thing as well. As I already explained, we have our own HADC protocol. We have that HADC protocol developed by our PhD team. We have dedicated team which is increasing, which is deploying our performance, optimizing the performance of the VDI solution. So we have inbuilt 50 plus patent in our HADC 2.0 platform, or you can say protocol, which enables the robust, the security, the dynamic caching, and the high performance of your VDI infrastructure. Yes, if you are going for the vGPU, there is a questions. We will be answering your question after the session. Okay. So yes, we can enable vGPU application. We have a capability to integrate your third-party server, or we can provide our own vGPU enabled server. Our 3D card is based on NVIDIA. So the VM and the NVIDIA card, we can we can share the resources of, like suppose if a user need 1G graphic 3D graphic memory, 2G. So based on the user requirement, we can provide NVIDIA for the end user to have these application running perfectly on our VDI solution. So Sangfor summary, like a VDI, yes, we are giving ultimate security, close all endpoint security gaps, simple and efficient management. As I introduced that we are having only one module, one platform to manage your VDI, which will be efficient, which will more productive, and there will be less human interference or less human resource interference for your administration. Seamless user experience. You can access your VDI from anywhere, from everywhere, like from every device as well, without any hassle. So let's jump on the third part of our agenda, which is VDI scenarios and case study. I will explain you like the case study of our customer, valued customer. In Pakistan, we have give the VDI solution. The customer is having more than 2,000 employees and staff, and each and every year they are incrementing their staff to 50 or more staff they are hiring. So this is the large scale PC management. So the main pain point of this customer is to manage and to give centralized, like how we can achieve the centralized approach to give all user access to our application. There are 10 plus application that a person need to run the business. So these are the pain point, and the external peripheral devices which are not integrated with their network. So excuse me. So user has multiple external which is connected through a USB, like scanner, printer, their cameras, their video conferencing equipment, which is directly connected to the end device. So these are the challenges which are facing by the customer, and the data leakage as well. As you know that this is a life insurance, so all the data of the end customer, of their end customer, is present in the database. So whenever a user is accessing the application, he is accessing the user data as well. So to secure that data, we provide our VDI solution. Okay, that will be in a phases. Basically, they have very big requirement, about 2000 users. So in a phase one, they got 50 user VDI. And as you know that our hypervisor and our VDI is a expandable solution. You can increase your resources, you can add multiple resources, multiple servers when you are growing. So we give them a grow pay as you grow approach to that client. So first phase they have 50, and then the next phase they have 100 user VDI um, license for their end user accommodation. The second use case, and the biggest use case in Oman market, where a bank is there, which is using all Sangfor solution. Like we offer them our HCI, we offer them our VDI, we offer them our own, you can say, firewalls. So this bank is a new startup bank in Oman, and they are looking for a centralized and co-hosting kind of solution. So we provide the co-hosting solution with our partner in Oman, and based on their managed services, we provide VDI solution as well to secure their communication, to secure their data, and to have a robust, you can say, approach to their application, which is present in one data center. So phase one, we provide them a 150 user VDI solution. So basically, they are utilizing 100 users, but we, in that particular cluster, it is HCI plus VDI. So we are giving them the virtualization for their server solution and the VDI solution. So we have both option. Like a customer is going only for the VDI solution, yes, we can give whole VDI solution to them. And if a customer using, like, they want to use these resources as a server virtualization and these resources for your virtualization, so we can accommodate both. So that particular user OIB, we have this approach. Basically, as you know, that the banking sector is more concerned about their security. Okay, so we are providing them a secure approach towards the end user. In our next phase, we provide a DR virtual desktop interface as well, based on Windows FS logic scenario. So whatever user is connecting from the PR, if there is a DR, so they can propagate to DR side, and they can log in with the same profile in a DR scenario as well. So the Sangfor offering is 5 node cluster for HCI, which will be accommodating, as I inform you, like accommodating their servers and accommodating their 150 users. So what benefit they got? Like they secure their data, they implement the securities, they restrict the USBs. You know that in a banking environment, there is a USB token. So we enable only the USB token for them, only the specific USB, only the specific video conferencing devices, only the scanner. Okay, they have some special type of scanner as well. So we enable all these security things as well. So all the user of the bank is integrated with a domain as well. So I believe we have approach to 1 hour. So quickly we'll jump into our demo and I'll explain you what, how our Sangfor VDI look like. This is our Sangfor VDI dashboard, which is called VDC, Virtual Desktop Controller. This platform is installed on the top of our HCI, our hypervisor. So let's log into the VDI. So this is the dashboard. When you log into our VDI, it gives you the status of VDI, the license status of VDI, how many concurrent user, and the license of the VDI is perpetual and based on your concurrent session, not bind to the user. Okay, whenever you are going to purchase that license, the license is on concurrent user. Let's suppose you have 100 user. You know only 50 user can access at the same time. So you can purchase 50 concurrent user license only. Okay, so alerts, you can have a alerts view. What are the critical, major, minor attacks, issues related to the VMs, related to the health check, the resource consumed by your VDC, throughput, the network throughput consumed by your VDC. This is the network connection, the IP address and the throughput, upload and download. How many users are currently logged into your VDC? How many users are logged? As I introduced in my slide, that we have brute force attack prevention. So if a user is logging so many times and attempt too much login, so it can be logged as well. How many VMs are running? How many VMs are powered off? Normal, the utilization of your license, the gold, platinum, silver license we have. Now we can propagate to, you can implement VDI solution in just 5 steps. What are those 5 steps? You just need to create a VM template, create a resource, users, allocate resource to the roles and the policy set. That's all. Okay. You can have a fast approach to build the new setup of the VDI. So how, like, you can have a VM template. Basically, this VM template is coming from your hypervisor. So you need to create a VM template in your hypervisor and convert it to template. Okay. So before going to this step, you need to integrate your hypervisor. Okay. So you can integrate your hypervisor here, which is Sangfor HCI, and then you are enabling yourself to have a VM which is built by yourself, and you can allocate a cluster, select a VM template which is created by you in the hypervisor environment, and select a version. And it is a fresh installation, just click one, so it will be like version one of that template. Here you create a template, and now comes to the resource. Here you are enabling yourself to create what virtualization, what requirement user need. Okay, for a virtual desktop, you are giving end user the desktop environment. Okay, like the PC environment, which has the desktop icons and all the thing. Session based desktop, remote desktop, the remote desktop you can maintain as well, and the remote application. If a user only need some application, let's suppose a user only work on browser based application, a user only work on Excel or any application, so you can have only allocate these application resource to the user. Okay, so I will concentrate on the virtualization, like virtual desktop, where you are giving whole desktop to a user. So you can give a name, description, you can allocate it to the particular group, area, you can enable or disable that particular resource. Okay, work mode, desktop, remote app, or a physical machine. You can give like physical machine for a remote desktop. Remote application, as I mentioned, like a user want only the specific application, not whole desktop, so you can give a remote desktop. Here you can name the VM which you are creating for the end user. Okay, based on which template. Okay, you can select that template you created in a first step, and based on that template you can create multiple VMs for end user. Okay, you can name it, and what desktop type it is, persistent or non-persistent. You can have like persistent, it will not refresh. Non-persistent, it will refresh like all the configuration done by the user. It will be refreshed when he log out to that particular desktop. VM type, like that VM is link clone or full clone to the template. So I hope you know these different, like full clone, it's not independent, and the link clone is dependent to your template as well. Encryption setting, performance setting. Now you can manage what resource I need to give to that particular end user. How many CPUs, how many cores, sorry, how many RAM in GBs, and a private disk. That private disk is used for your external peripheral when you are attaching your external printer, and it is used for the profiling as well. The user profile will be saved on a private disk. So when you configure, when you give all this information, now you can create 30,000 VM by having our virtualization environment. So just click on new, select the hypervisor where your VM are going to be hosted, select the version of that particular template, and count of the VM. Okay, and here you can select the hypervisor cluster, the group of hypervisor which you have created in a hypervisor, the data store, whether your data store is built in internal storage of the server or the external storage. We have the capability. I believe you are all aware of our HCI technology, so you can have both storage pool. So the edge means a VM for the end user network connectivity you are providing. So based on our hypervisor, you can create multiple port group and allocate that port group to a VMs. Here you can take a VM and so on. You can create a snapshot policies of that particular VMs you are creating. So you created the resource for that particular template, and now you can have a users. Like user can be a local user, or you can integrate your user with LDAP configuration. Okay, you can just add your domain. You can integrate your domain by giving all these information or all these credentials like password, domain administrator. So you are integrating your AD with our VADC. Now you are enabling yourself to have a domain user log into your VDI. So yes, we have two-factor authentication. You can enable your group of user, okay, by enabling two-factor authentication. Like here, the first authentication with your LDAP, with your domain controller, and the second will be whether it is a hardware ID, whether it is a SMS, or you can select all. So you can enable the OTP. The OTP is basically the Google Authenticator or a Microsoft Authenticator. You can link with it. And while creating a user, so you can assign the role to that particular user. In that role, so the fourth step, the role. In that role, you are assigning a resource. Basically, how it is, like a user is assigned a role, and the role is assigned to a specific, you can say, resource. Here you can see a resource, a role, which with a associate user and the resource. So you can give multiple user, multiple resources as well, or a specific user, multiple resources as well. So you can play around with our role, and you can allocate the resources. Like it can be whole desktop, it can be your application only. So I believe you guys are following me, understanding all the terminology and technology. I will later on answer your questions. So based on these options, what I discussed, you created the VMs. Okay. So when you created the VM template, resource, role, user, so you can see the virtual machines you created in the resource. Okay. All the virtual machine will be present here, will be shown here. Okay. You can allocate a particular virtual machine to a particular user. Okay, you can lock that particular machine, you can idle that particular machine, so anyone can log in that particular VM. Now coming to your security policy, when you configure all the VMs, all the user, now this is the uh, security policy which you can enforce to the user. Like account option, login option, password expiry, minimum and maximum length of the password. The main thing is here virtual and local desktop policy. So based on this, you are enabling your end user, like the watermark on the screen. Okay. So this feature is for sharing the clipboard, hard drive mapping. Let's suppose a user is using his or her laptop or PC. You want to map that particular hard drive to VDI, excuse me, VDI VM. So you can map his PC hard drive. You can map his CD serial port redirection, parallel port redirection. You can do restricting, allowing the USB port to the specific group of user or a user. You can do so. Mapping the user, USB printer, USB smart card, and what type of specific USB you are allowing to that particular group of user or a user. The VID, PID of the particular USB, you can type it here. You want to allow or deny, you can do so. What type of storage, what type of device it is, the USB device, it is a non-storage or a storage. So you can do write or read only permission to that particular USB. Application, you can restrict the application, blacklist, whitelist to execute on the end node. System optimization, video redirection, profiling. This is basically your profiling, user profile that I have informed you, like private disk, which we mention in while creating a resource. So when you are enabling user profile, so all the user profile data will be saved on the private disk. Folder redirection, you can redirect the folder to be redirect in the profile uh, folder. FS Logic, as I told you that we support FS Logic, which is a Microsoft component. Windows optimization, compatibility, all feature we have. Session based desktop policies, physical machine. Let me jump to the VDI, log into the VDI. So to show you the performance. So this is our VDI agent. Okay, you need to download that VDI agent with the IP address of your VDC. When you browse that IP address with the 443 port, it will enable you to download the agent. Okay, so you can give username and password. This is local username and password. And if you are registering and integrating a VDC with a domain user, so you can give a domain user and password and log into your resources. See, this is OTP. So I configure that particular user for multi-factor or two-factor authentication. So I can log in with my Microsoft Authenticator. Okay, while putting this authenticator code, so I can access my resources. I hope you can see my screen. So as you know that I already informed that you can provide multiple resource to your users. Okay, so here you can see multiple resources. Okay, whether it can log into your Ubuntu, whether it can whether user can have a only icon of Google Chrome or any application you want to give a resource to that particular user, you can give. So I'll just jump into the Windows. Here it is connecting to your VDC and allocating, connecting to your virtual desktop as well. So you can see, I believe you all can see the watermarking for the security purpose. And here you go. You will feel the difference, like you are having a you are using a your own PC. Okay, you will not feel any difference, any lag in operating. See how quick it open, see how quick it behaves. It is just like you will not feel any lag in your mouse. Okay, any setting you are opening, it is just on a one click. It is the performance is just like your PC. So here you can see the latency of the network. So this is what I want to show, that how easy to administrate, how quickly to administrate, and only in 4 to 5 steps you can configure hundred of user VDI VMs. So this is for VDI demo. And now we will jump to your FAQs. Let me see your questions. Do we have any official comparison? Yes, I will provide you the comparison between different vendors, or as I informed that we have these all information in our community portal as well. What is the maximum LAN speed required for 200 thin client? So basically it depends on your uh, customer or your end node application environment. If there is an 3D, so definitely you need more bandwidth. If there is a 2D, you have like 100 kbps, you can have the communication for per user. And we have a document in our community that can enable you to size the solution, like how which application you are using, and it will consume how much of the bandwidth, the network bandwidth. Does Sangfor have native Linux VDI support? Uh, Native VDI Linux support, what do you mean by this? Can you elaborate more on that? Like our platform is Linux based, okay? You can give a Linux operating system to your end user. Yes, you can give. Let I already show you that I have two resources like Ubuntu as well. So Ubuntu is Linux flavor as well. So you can give, sorry, you can give Linux machine to your end user. So Linux is also supported in our environment. What is your question? You can email me if if you need more detail about native Linux VDI support, so we can discuss it. So I believe now it's time to end the session. Okay.
Cool. So thank you, Bilal, and thank you everyone for participating in today's webinar. And then we come to the end of this webinar. And thank you all for all of you again. And then we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you.